Hey man, what you up to today? Oh wow. Okay. So you're still in my house, I guess? Yeah, bro. Of course I'm still in your house. We're supposed to be under quarantine. I mean, what do you expect me to do? Go out there and get infected? It's pretty harsh, bro. No, I suppose not. Would be slightly harsh, I guess. Don't want you getting infected out there. Even though you are still trespassing, I guess I'll let it slide for now. I'll bite. What wacky hijinks do you have in store for today? Finally playing ball, man. I like it. Squirtle line names? I would have to say, let's get involved. Alright, good morning, good afternoon, and good evening, depending on where you are in your day. And thank you very much again for joining me here at the PokeBails as we move the series forward with the final evolution line of the starters in Gen 1 with the Squirtle line. Alright, so again, being the final evolution line of the original starter trilogy, I think this one's probably going to be fairly recognizable as well, so shouldn't be too much contention around the naming, but again, let's just get into it for completion's sake. So I think as we all already know, each name in this line has something to do with turtle or tortoise. Big surprise there, them being bipedal turtles or tortoises. So as everyone knows, we are going to be having Squirtle, Wartortle, and Blastoise. So Squirtle, straightforward enough. I think it's just squirt, which is, blasting a liquid at a high pressure or high speed, and turtle, so you're combining that squirt with turtle. Bang, there's Squirtle. So obviously next we have Wartortle, which is a bit of a hot pot, combining, war or warrior with tortoise and then turtle. So throwing them all together, making Wartortle. A lot of their Pokedex entries mentioning the fact that they're proficient in battle or excellent warriors. That's either where the names come from or what the name is denoting. So that's Wartortle. And so finally we have the giant super soaker itself, Blastoise, which is combining blast, which is a destructive firing or wave, and combining that with tortoise. So, much like you combine a tank with a tortoise, that is Blastoise. Alright, so let's get into the fun stuff now, the Japanese line of names. So things get a bit trickier here with some more unique, more out-of-the-box combinations of words. So again, let's practice some leniency here. If you have different ideas or opinions on what the words actually might be, feel free to mention it. Let's converse about it. But as with the English, there is a similar sort of thread running through the Japanese names, having all to do with the kanji or word, meaning turtle. So the reading of the kanji meaning turtle, which is going to run through this line of names, is kame. And if that's sounding somewhat familiar, or at least looking a bit familiar, then you're most likely picking that up from Dragon Ball Z, which is Mutant Roshi or Master Roshi's school symbol, the turtle kanji or kame. And that's where that's coming from, and his sort of Kamehameha also coming from that name. Alright, but anyway, let's get back on track with Pokemon and their names. So starting off with Squirtle, Squirtle's name in Japanese is Zenigame, and that means pond turtle, or more specifically it is the Japanese pond turtle. So Squirtle's name's coming more directly from a creature than a combination of sort of two different words. However, the pond turtle does draw its name from two different words or kanji, so me being a little bit hypocritical there, lying a little bit. The first one being zeni, which is basically a coin made from a precious metal with a square hole in the middle. And I believe this coin had a value of 1 back in the past in older periods, but it is not used so much nowadays. Obviously now you have yen, or en as it's pronounced in Japanese, not the zeni, which is used much in the past. But the reason that zeni is applied to the pond turtle is because the shell on the back of the pond turtle, the patterns on it closely resembled the coin. So that's where that zeni is coming from. And then finally you have kame at the end of the name, obviously finishing it off. That's the turtle aspect of it, which obviously is being changed to game thanks to rendaku, as we've mentioned in the past. So that's where Zenigame is coming from. So next in the evolution line, we have Wartortle, and Wartortle's name in Japanese is Kameru. So you're taking that kame, meaning turtle, and combining it with teru, which means tail. Again, it's taking that English word tail and fitting it into the Japanese syllable alphabet. They do have a original Japanese word for tail, but this is probably more just likely making it easier for pun purposes or making it an easier portmanteau. So literally you're taking turtle and tail and combining it to have a turtle tail, which makes sense based on its design. Its design is based off the Minogame from Japanese culture, which is a turtle said to have a tail made of seaweed due to its longevity, having lived for over 10,000 years. So that's where that's coming from. Now another interesting point on Wartortle's name in Japanese could be coming from its fangs. So it could be a pun on kameru, which is a potential form of the verb kamu, which means to bite in Japanese. So the potential form is basically just giving something the ability to do something. So instead of kamu or kamimasu, meaning to bite, it's changing it to kameru, which means to be able to bite, or, I can bite. So now we have the final evolution in the final evolution line of the first gen starters, which is Blastoise, the original tank turtle. So Blastoise's name in Japanese is Kamexu. Now this name is a bit more out there, taking kame, meaning again turtle, and as sources say, combining it with maxu, which coming from English means max or maximum. So Blastoise's Japanese name could literally just mean Turtle Max, or Turtle Maximum, or Maximum Turtle, which, thinking about it, is actually pretty dope, because that is what Blastoise is, this OP turtle, the maximum turtle. But to me, Mech also does kind of sound like Mecha, those giant fighting robots, and purely based off of Blastoise's design, I could see that easily being applied to, this sort of giant mecha robot turtle with the cannons on its shoulders. However, mecha in Japanese is more mecha or mecha, so I don't really know if it's that sort of aspect, but, again, just my opinion. And so there we have it for the final evolution line of the first gen starter trilogy. Again, running through it quickly, we have Squirtle being Zenigame, Wartortle being Kameru, and Blastoise being Kamexu. And again, if you did enjoy the video or found it at least somewhat helpful in understanding something, consider leaving a subscription below and sticking around for the next video in the series where we take on the OG bug line, the Caterpie bug line. But that will do it for today. Thank you again so much for tuning in. Hope you have the best rest of the day. Stay safe out there, or indoors, I guess. And we will see you in the next one. Peace.